Breaking: massive Trump promise goes into effect at 8 p.m. Democrats fit to be tied. If you suddenly hear weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth around 8 p.m. Eastern Time Thursday night, fear not, it's only liberals losing their minds as President Donald Trump's revised executive order instituting a 90-day travel suspension and 120-day ban on refugees goes into effect. The implementation of Trump's executive order restricting entry to the U.S. for individuals from certain countries followed the Supreme Court's 9-0 ruling Monday that overturned a lower court's injunction on the plan, The Washington Times reported. The ruling has allowed the 90-day suspension of entry into the country for travelers from Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen to proceed. The ruling only removed the temporary injunction imposed by lower courts, and arguments in the broader case are expected to be heard by the High Court in October. According to Time, those arguments to the Supreme Court in October may ultimately prove moot and unnecessary, as both the 90-day suspension on travel and 120 ban on refugees will have run their course by then, with the administration presumably devising and implementing their extreme vetting procedures in the meantime. Time also reported that less chaos is expected at airports as the order is implemented this time around. The first rollout in January resulted in much confusion, but airlines and various government agencies involved are now better prepared to manage the process. As for who will and won't be affected by the travel suspension aimed at the 6 failing or terror-prone nations, the Supreme Court left open an exemption allowing entry for certain individuals with close family or business ties to the U.S., according to CBS News. As per the State Department, close family would constitute a parent, spouse, child or sibling, but would not include grandparents or grandchildren, aunts or uncles, nieces, nephews, or cousins, siblings-in-law, fiancés or other assorted extended family members. The bona fide business ties that would exempt an individual from the travel suspension would include those with previously established or significant business contacts in the U.S., and would also include journalists, students, workers, or lecturers who had valid invitations or employment contracts from businesses or schools, as well as certain individuals traveling on behalf of a recognized international organization or the U.S. government. However, the exemption specifically doesn't apply to those who may seek to establish such ties simply for the purpose of avoiding a travel suspension. This is very much a win for President Trump, and is by and large a fulfillment of a major campaign promise, in that it is a big step toward making the country safe again by temporarily pausing immigration from certain hot spots, while stricter rules governing immigration are developed and put in place. This is also a loss for Democrats and the liberal media who have opposed this measure with all their might from the get-go, as they apparently would rather see potential terrorists and decidedly un-American individuals be admitted into the country than see Trump succeed. Share this story on Facebook and Twitter to let everyone know that President Trump's revised travel suspension and temporary refugee ban goes into effect tonight. What do you think about Trump's travel suspension going into effect tonight? Scroll down to comment below.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my STC News channel. Goodbye and see you again.